Same roads, new names on the old doors. Mum left the Mont Blanc in the Max Mara. Dad got grey, I got father. Room got small, view got wider. Same old friends, new reminders. Friday lunch ran into Sunday. Missed my flight, blamed it on Monday. White linen, little wrinkle, tender left. We kept drinking Club Dolphin. Hair still wet, never made it upstairs yet. Breathe awake across the water. She said less, I liked her more. Missed calls, no explanation. Love chat free. No
What's going on, man?
I could stay.
I'm working on getting chat to work in here. Look at my audio levels right here. Seems like the music is loud. My voice needs to come up a little bit. Check. Yeah, I know it's late again, guys. So if you can't tune in, I understand. I'm trying to fix my schedule right now. It's getting a little bit better, but man, it's tough to adjust to this, especially when I'm trying to stream. So I'm just trying to put in the reps. I'm just trying to show up, continuing the stream here. But thanks for everybody who's tuning in. Go ahead and like the stream if you guys haven't already. And check this out. I'm working on this a little bit today. So in Context Cut, I finally got this chat right here to show up. But this is not the full chat. I need to pull in YouTube sources, and eventually I'm going to need to pull in Twitch with Context Cut. But I did get the live browser preview into here. So that's pretty awesome. I'm excited about that direction. And we've got text in the Context Cut streaming now as well. Harder than I thought it would be, guys. Honestly, harder than I thought it would be. But we're back. We're working on Iterated. And I thank you guys for tuning in. Go ahead and drop a like if you haven't already. How's it going? Mind my shop. What are you up to today? We are working on potentially getting the chat in here. We'll see how quickly I can get my YouTube credentials and then how quickly I can spin that up. But this is the preview for it that I made. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, let's see where we're at. So it's day 16. We're at $770 earned. And today's goal, once again, is to cut a release and get chat working on stream. So two things that I want to get done. And we've got some exciting new things going on with Iterated. We have the feed view. I'm getting used to all the shortcuts. We have the task view. Oh, I need to switch back to... Not that. Not that. So yeah, I'll just repeat that. Day 16, $770 earned so far. And our goal for today is to cut the new release and get the chat working on stream. Pretty minimal, just showing up, putting in the reps today. But lots of new exciting things with Iterated. We have shortcuts to traverse through a lot of this stuff now. We've got finally a nice visualized memory in that kind of obsidian look here. So, you know, you can open these up and you can look at them like the panes. You know, you can edit the memories, but these are just different memories, and Markdown with front matter is an acceptable format here. So you could technically pull in an Obsidian vault into here if you wanted to, or any of your existing memories from Iterated will automatically fill into this. So this is just the new surface for looking at memory. And then the new surface for tasks. Let's see if this is fixed. Yeah, perfect. So you can hide certain things. I can just pull up the to-do in the backlog if I wanted to. And you can open these as well. I got to get this pane kind of thing looking more like these panes. What else do we got here? Okay, that was a little weird because on the tasks page and on the mind map page, I'm not seeing my lower right stuff down here, but it should be a pretty quick and easy fix. Okay, that's still working beautifully. Usage, still working beautifully. And then I added transcripts down here so that anything that I actually record, I can quickly grab here and I can pull it into an agent now. So that is just a nice to have in case you miss the mark with your transcription, or if I'm talking over here and then I release, obviously it drops it on the board, but you can't drag that in yet. So I've added this in here so you can just boom, and you have your transcripts, you have your dictations. Also working on just being able to configure this toolbar down here. Probably going to default all of these to on, but I did want to offer up the option to change that. And then widgets, guys. Widgets are interesting. This is kind of a tough feature that I've been adding. I mean, it's not that hard. It's just the consistency and figuring out the layout. But we're still working on that as well. And yeah, it needs some cleaning up. The widgets might get feature flagged out for this release, because I don't feel like we can get it done tonight. But everything else feeling pretty good about. I'm just gonna send off a quick prompt. Make sure that the lower right hand icons and options in the right side sidebar are available in the task board and mind map view. Right now they aren't showing up there. Once you're complete, restart and rebuild. So I can see the changes in my build. All right, let's see some music going. Let's do our midnight synthwave. How are the levels on that? I feel like they're a little high tonight. Maybe it's because I have a new maybe it's because I have this new what do you call it? Audio bar. I don't know. And it's a lot more sensitive because before I couldn't even see the decibels. It was just like a rough estimation of how loud something was. And now, as you can see, it peaks, and I can adjust things in here. So that's looking nice. Lots of tokens being spent, guys. Lots of tokens being spent right now to get this right. Where are we at? We've almost eaten through an entire Claude code. We're like halfway through a Claude code and our session just reset. We're on to Claude code 2, and Codex resets its weekly in 1 hour. We've only used half of it, even though it feels like I've used it a lot more than that. Same with Grok. I've used Grok a lot lately. I'm not super impressed with Grok 4.6, but it's good at certain things. It was actually the model that built out the widgets, right? And It's just kind of mid. I'm just gonna have to go back through. It just doesn't have that magic to it, unfortunately. Like here's the spec that I gave it. I gave it this spec right here. Pretty in-depth. Pretty in-depth. Right? And it kind of did it. Okay, there's the rebuild. Hopefully we get our sidebar tools back. On. Yeah, okay, so we have them on tasks now. They're down here. Beautiful. And we have them here on the mind map view as well. We can edit our widgets. Beautiful. Okay, so let's have a quick pass over everything here. And I'm just gonna make sure everything looks good. So that's all good. How are screenshots? How's the screenshot editor? Because that may have had some regressions. Yeah, still, I don't know how I feel about all this. It just looks weird. Who would have thought? Who would have thought this would be so challenging to set up the screenshot editor? All right, now I need you to make a brief change to the screenshot editor. Right now, the screenshot editor is zooming in and cropping the image on command scroll. I do not want it to crop the image. I want the image to live inside of a letterbox that is the color of the sidebar, not the background or the backdrop, the sidebar. And I don't want it to crop when I zoom in and clip behind the letterbox. Is that too much to ask? Implement it, then do a restart rebuild. And then guys, our saga of audio freezing and stopping problems here is continued. It's gotten a lot smoother, actually. Like if I start a song over here, start a song, it works beautifully. It does. But the cross project, it's not continuing to the next one on the playlist. It was doing this weird thing where it would skip when I'd go back to here. It's just basically whatever it's saving in memory for the volume and for the point in the song, for when restarts happen. It's getting a little confused with how to wire that up, I think. But we've gotten really close. And like this, I can't really see it. This can switch it, right? So that's good. Tempted to get these other agents involved, but Opus and Fable have been knocking it out on the first go. And Codex is great, but it takes a long time, and I feel like sometimes it doesn't deliver. Like it doesn't do a bad job. It just takes forever, man. I have to crank it down to low again, probably. AI also clutters my desktop. Oh, a little loud. I'm a little loud, or the music's a little loud. All right, is that better? Music was a little loud, okay. Right, turn it down here too. All right. So yeah, I'm just working through this stuff. I'm just trying to make heads and tails of all the stuff that I've been adding. Trying to figure out where to draw the line in the sand for the release and what to feature flag, what to release. But if you guys are just joining, it is day 16. We've earned $770 with Iterated.ai. Our goal for today is to cut a new release and potentially get chat working on stream. We've got this coming in beautifully. but this isn't the real chat. This is just a visual simulation of what the chat will look like. So maybe I'll get a big prompt going, and then after I do that, maybe I'll go get my YouTube credential and I'll work with an agent to get chat porting in here properly. All right. You are to set up sub agents when I give you new requests and run the ship loop command /skill that requires you to set these sub agents up on their own branches, and then you as the orchestrator merge them in gracefully as their changes come in. On top of the list of things that you currently have, another list of changes are coming your way. Make sure to carefully implement these changes with subagents. Okay, and we're gonna take a look at our usage here. Session just reset, I think. Oh no, I'm on Claude 1. I'm on Claude 1, okay. I'm on Claude 1. Let's get these in. So number 1, audio does not switch to the next song in the playlist at the end of the song from the other projects that I'm in. It only works when I am on the project where the audio source is coming from. So I need you to make sure that if a playlist is playing, that the next song starts when the previous song ends. It just worked that time. Did it seriously just work that time? This is a flaky issue that I'm having. It doesn't happen every time. So don't over-engineer it. Just look for anything obvious that could be causing that to not switch to the next song. All right, number 2. And then I'm going to try to get the chat working. And if I get the chat working, we get these agents churning out all these little changes that I just need to brush things up with, then maybe we can run some Vibe Party. If anybody wants to play some Vibe Party, it's a game that we built. What's going on? Millsy, good to see you in here. Good to see you in here, man. Thanks for tuning in. It's good. Good to see everyone. Guys, make sure to drop a like. We are pretty thin on the stream tonight, and I think it's going to be that way until I get back off of the 1 a.m. start time for us here. But yeah, guys, we're just showing up. We're keeping things moving here. Let's see. Okay, it didn't. I guess it paused it, and then it pulled me back to the neon freeway. All right, that's fine. Let's see. What else was there? Oh yeah, widgets. Those little boxes that appear for the widget that we're dragging in the size that it's in. And if a widget is dragged over other widgets, it needs to move them to the nearest available squares and put that widget in their place. I also need you to make sure that all of the compact widgets are not large, but actually compact, fitting in those square regions and able to go side by side. And for compact widgets, and for any widgets for that matter, we need to make sure that there is no trimming. We need to make sure that the designs for the widgets are set up in such a way that no text is trimmed. They aren't super verbose. They just have a label, and then they have a nice visual. For instance, on usage options, I should be able to just select my Claude profile that I want to show, and it should literally just show a Claude logo with a ring around it and the label should simply say session, weekly, or fable, or whatever I want. It should be that simple for a compact. In fact, maybe it doesn't even show the label on the compact. It should basically just be like an iconic widget. Also, we need to allow the affordance for the widgets to go a little bit wider on both sides, because right now some of the widgets are just way too tiny. All right, save and exit. Every widget needs a compact, small, medium, and large option mapped to the proper size and not reversed in the wrong size. Okay, how are you doing, bro? How's the ADE coming along? I'm doing great. The ADE is cruising along. I'm feeling better about it by the day. In terms of what I've been able to use it for, I've just got to start promoting it better. I've got to get on. I know I keep saying this, but I've just got to get on a better schedule, and I've got to make some long form videos about it potentially, and how it can fit into different workflows for people, because that's my bread and butter. That's what I'm best at translating to the world. So, but look, another thing, easy snap or magnetic snap is now in here. So that's kind of nice, just to be able to really organize things out a little bit better. Right? But no, it's going good, man. It's going good. I'm enjoying the process. It's challenging, but it's also rewarding. As soon as I clicked the burn meter, my stream spinned, but it's back. Okay, that's interesting. Digital Nomad Media, what's going on, man? Vibe coders, stay focused. They won't believe it until you build it. Let's go. Build, build, build. Dude, I always love your motivational messages, Digital Nomad. It's always good to see you chiming in and just like hyping everybody up in chat, hyping me up. It's just always such a good vibe, a good spirit that you've got. I appreciate that. Northwolf. I'm just gonna start calling you Northwolf. I've stopped using Daybreak for things that aren't specifically technical or code reviews. I'm going back to Sol X High for most things. Okay, interesting. I've actually really liked Daybreak, but I do think you're right that it's a lot better at certain things compared to others. So it's probably good to be a little bit more selective with that, with GPT Daybreak. Does it do LSPS, MCPs, tools, hooks, etc., etc.? Well, this is embarrassing. I don't know what LSPS is. I'm going to have to look that up. Let me look that up really quick. Oh, language server protocol. Yeah, okay. All coding assistants use structural code intelligence like definitions, references, diagnostics. Deterministic navigation. Instead of guessing symbol location using regex or text messages, the agent queries the abstract syntax tree AST directly for exact references and definitions. Token efficiency. Agents can query pre-built indexes and error diagnostics rather than unnecessary stuffing full source files. So no, we don't have LSP or MCP. Part of me wants to start adding some of that, but part of me is also fine with just keeping it at environment variables, because that's worked really well for me. So we have a broker in here that allows you to put in your credentials securely, right? And this broker is able to verify that the agent is actually in Iterated, accessing this. It gets stored in your keychain securely, and the agents can then use these Typically they don't unless you direct them to, but they are available for the agent to run calls with those. So that's my kind of MCP replacement, if you will. But a lot of these providers just have MCP built in, so I don't think that I need to rebuild it. I could obviously do the same with the shell, but that would require digging into the terminal a little bit more, and I really do like having that broker. I use APIs and CLIs a lot more than I use MCP personally. I think MCP is a good onboarding tool, though, for getting the more, let's say, general audience, especially if you have like OAuth MCP, kind of like Claude has their connectors. I think that works really well for just like attracting, a typical group of people. So there's that kind of like open question, right? The most efficiency kind of things that I've added have just been the feed, which is like a very summarized version of what the agents are doing, where I can message them here as well, and just gives me like a quick digest. And I think this is going to be one of the views for the phone, or maybe the primary view for the phone as well. And then we built in a task system that the agents all use quite well. I was just showing that. I find that keeps them pretty organized, but not necessarily like language server protocol, but I guess some of this stuff is analogous to that, like our memories, right? And this is, I'm actually really happy with how the memories turned out. I need to do some tweaks on this, but I needed a better way to visualize the memories in here, because it was just in this like little modal for all the tasks, all the memories, all the chats. But now it's kind of like consolidated into, we have a chat per task. The agents, if an agent owns a task, other people can comment on it. It will make them aware of it in their runtime. So lots of little things that I have kind of scabbed together in the past and just used like my whole workflow was like Jira, Claude Code in the terminal, no chat for the agents back and forth. Switching between providers was hell. So that's kind of the goal here, is just to pull all of it in. And there's a lot of things that I liked about Claude Code desktop, and some of the stuff in this is informed by that. Obsidian. I don't use Obsidian a ton, but for the things that I do use it for, it's nice to just have it right alongside these project files. And you can use this for like any use case. I've been running this with a personal use case as well, and doing like a bunch of ingestion and research on me personally and on my business. And it's been super helpful. I'm not going to dig into that because there's like a ton of stuff in there that I probably don't want to stream. But this is like kind of what it looks like for a simple project, and we're rebuilding. How do you use LSP? This is new to me. Yes, it was new to me as well. If it works, it works, but I feel you, because in reality, eventually we're going to be at a point where we don't need skills, MCPs, LSPs, etc., etc. Yeah, we just need like a simple way for the models to connect, right? And I believe that the MCP layer is really only beneficial when you're trying to onboard people that know nothing about AI and you want a clean way to OAuth and API key. And yes, like it throws the tool descriptions in the agent's runtime as well, right? So that can be helpful. Let's try to switch to our mock chat. Oh, our chat's gone. I think it's because it was running on a server that the Iterated was running. Let's try to just center that up. Yeah, I think everything's going to be like, probably we're going to keep getting protocols. I had somebody ask me the other day, what is that new one called? Like it's the agent tool calling protocol. They're like, are you going to put this into Iterated? And a lot of the protocols that are built into Iterated are like kind of our own setup built in as tools that the agent can use through a CLI in the command bus. I know that sounds like rewind, right? I know that sounds confusing. Maybe it doesn't. You guys are probably a lot smarter than me. But like, it's like CLI and APIs are all you need. We don't need to overcomplicate it with MCPs that cloud context all the more. The agents are good enough at just figuring out how to use the API. That's my experience, at least. And I've actually gotten better results with APIs than MCPs sometimes. Let's see. If it works, it works. Yep, we got that. For myself, I use OpenCode. So I download the NPX and add it to my opencode.json. Well, that's pretty cool. We've got OpenCode inside of Iterated, actually. So like, kind of going back to that, it doesn't really need to be in the ADE, particularly with some of this stuff. Some of this stuff you can just give to the provider, and then they still can use it. But the ADE is meant to be able to navigate between multiple different providers and have them seamlessly working together. Like I said, I was all over the place. People use like Jira, Linear, Notion, Trello, those sorts of things for the task tracking. And that was my whole flow, right? I would open up a Jira ticket or an issue, and I would connect it to a GitHub branch. And then I would manually, personally go in and I would write up a ticket. I would write up an issue. I'd even record a Loom video with it when we were working together with our co-founder for Lurdy, when Drake and I were doing that. And, just jumping from that to Slack to Claude Code to Codex, it was just a little bit messy, a little bit all over the place. And the goal with Iterated is to make it as complex or as simple as you need it to be. But kind of like building in some of those things that you're just going to need when you're vibe coding, right? But increasingly, I'm looking at actually having it do things outside of vibe coding too. Like I said, today I was testing out the memory feature with my personal account, or like my personal information, like like business strategy, finance, reminders, relationships, contacts I need to keep up with, what's going on in my life, those sorts of things. So it can serve as a useful context for the agent. And I'm like, guys, I'm surprised by how well the AI knows you if you just give it all that information, It's pretty nuts. It'd be nice when we can do that with open source models. I mean, you probably already can, but I don't know if they can ingest information, like lots of data, and then categorize it into a mind map, as well as something like Fable, or mainly just Fable. Fable is cracked at that, like working out all the different connections in your life, right? But the mind maps are also, they're primarily for code, but like in my personal mind map, which I'm not going to pull up right now, these represent decisions, these little blue arrows here. And it was using like decisions in my personal mind map too, even though it wasn't related to coding. And then these are like failures. It was marking things in my personal as failures, and then it was just putting like some generic notes. There's another one, facts, right? Facts. So this is a really good way to kind of like organize and link everything up. And I think my projects have gotten to where I have to prompt the model less as I've built out the memory and as I've built out the task board, because the models just naturally use all of that information to make better decisions, right? Which multi-agentic orchestration are you using? Is that open source? This isn't open source, but we are running a founder deal right now. We're doing a lifetime for the V1. So this is Iterated.ai, and it's my tool. I built it specifically using Swift on the Mac operating system, and we're ramping up and gearing up and preparing for Mac OS 27 right now. I have a ton of Apple products. I have 3 MacBooks. I have an iPad. I have the iPhone. I have an Apple Watch somewhere. So wouldn't it be sweet if we could pull this up on the iPad, guys? Wouldn't that be pretty sweet? You know, so we're just deeply integrating with iOS, and then once we conquer that, and once we scale up, then we'll probably start looking at other platforms. But I want to master. I want to kill the first boss before I move on to the next one. I gotta beat the first trainer before I move on to the next gym, right? 125 founder price is really good. Shame I'm not on Mac. Oh man, that's too bad. That is too bad. Because Millsy, you would probably be red teaming the heck out of this thing for me. I already know you would, because you're just like so involved in this space. It moves so fast, but like you're bringing up LSP and all these other protocols and stuff like that. Let's see. Dude, Digital Nomad Media coming in with a fire again. Good to see you. Damn, nice work. First time here, by the way. Well, welcome in, man. Welcome in, Shaban. We do have a Discord, and on that Discord, we share our projects. And honestly, guys, a little pause here for a minute. The Discord is not one of those like crazy 100 channel Discords with threads going on with, you know, they've got a channel for sharing their pictures of their dogs, right? In the vibe coding Discord. Might sound a little bit boring, but ours is just super focused. Ours is like the least amount of channels that we possibly can have. Just very like straight and to the point signal. Once the Discord grows and we need to create little areas for people to congregate and do different things, yeah, maybe we'll add a channel. But when we add a channel, I just want to make sure that we keep it organized, because I don't want to see any ghost town channels. That's one of the annoying things. Like I see these guys, they spend like 4 weeks building out a Discord, and it's this like giant labyrinth of channels. And it's like people are probably using like 2% of the surface area of the Discord that you just created. So that's our philosophy with Discord. But I will drop it in a moment here. I'm just going to keep working through chat. Actually, let's just drop it really quick. If you guys want to join. And I didn't even notify tonight that I went live. So, hey, we're getting some new people in here though. That's cool. That's cool. I appreciate all of y'all for tuning in. And if you can, go ahead and like the stream for me. It's a small token of appreciation that you can pass along to a fellow vibe coder, a fellow late night builder. Yeah, that would be appreciated, guys. All right, here is the Discord server. If you guys want to join that, I'm just going to pin that up. We're going to pin it up. There we go. Let's see here with chat. And I will go back. So the goal, guys, is by the end of today having the real chat in here on the stream. And ideally, I want to have it like over here on the other side of my screen, have my face over here, and just be able to like talk to you guys whenever we go to chat. Just flip to this. I've got a stream deck. I just need to hook it up. But for those of you who don't know, I'm actually streaming with my own tool that I built 100%. It's called Context Cut. And yeah, it's basically OBS, but better. There's a lot of things that I was going to use as like an OBS plugin, and I tried developing them, and then it just made OBS like corrupt and crash. Might have been a skill problem on my end, but oh shoot. You know what? I got to get better at this streaming thing, guys. I got to get better at the streaming thing. Yeah, this is Context Cut. Sorry about that. This is Context Cut. Okay, and now we go back to chat with chat. And yeah, this is where I want to have the chat. That's the goal. Let's see. Let's actually catch up with chat though. I was just texting that iPad has to have Claude already. I'm working with my MacBook in a day. Nice. Yeah, I think we need to get, guys, I think we need it on the iPad, especially these like infinite canvas ADEs. They've got to come to the iPad because I love my Apple Pencil, guys, and I love taking notes. And if I could do everything the way that I'm doing it here on my desktop, just on my iPad, and I could take notes with my Magic Pencil, guys, that'd be so addicting. I probably wouldn't get any work done though. But I do have a dream to get this. I do have a dream to get this on the iPad so I can do like notes and stuff like that. But guys, it is doing some builds right now, so it is a little bit laggy. I did fire up the Cloud Max that I have the other day. Guys, it cost me $20, $30, something like that to run the full test suite and release the app, but it took it was like 10x faster, right? And it didn't lag my machine at all. So those are the trade-offs. I could probably do it more efficiently. I think the reason that it costs so much is because Claude was trying to figure out the pipeline. And I don't think that AI models really care about your wallet. That's one thing I've started to realize. It's like, okay, I give you access to generate some videos with this tool, and it just like goes ballistic, right? I mean, you could probably instruct it, but like, and I do sometimes, but you would think that it would be a little bit more sensible with your money, right? So, got to look out for that. If you give it like an API for like media generation, or I give it like access to 17 Macs that it can run my test suite through, you got to look out for Claude. It'll gladly use those resources. Okay, Ash. Same here. It's too bad that so many vibe coders are building for Mac, and the audience and large market share, 55% to 70%, is on Windows. Well, tell me, guys, right now, like, if you guys have seen me building Iterated, is there an appeal on the Windows side of things to purchase Iterated and use it? Or are there other competitors on Windows that are just doing it just fine? There's open source stuff too, right? I have a feeling that, there's already a few people doing it on Windows, but I have a feeling that there's just going to be something open source too. There already probably is. So for me, like, this is kind of about building a community. The way I view it is it's like kind of like a Kickstarter, like people are signing up for a license, and I'm just like putting in the work, shipping features. They don't have to worry about burning their tokens on building an ADE, which is actually kind of boring. I'm not going to lie. It can get boring, especially just waiting for the AIs. But yeah, like, what is the ADE that people use on Mac? Are people using Orca? Are people using Warp? Are people using something new, something fresh, something low key that nobody really knows about yet? Let me know. Yeah, don't put. Yeah, well, you can post what you want in general. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have said that. Biocontroller. Okay. True, but Windows sucks. I just switched to Linux some months back, and I am really surprised. Yeah, I have a Windows machine sitting over here right now that I am gearing up to convert to Linux. Planning on doing that myself because it's got like 4 gigabytes of storage that I would love to have for like a local NAS system. And also just like running Coolify or something like that to run little mini apps and little local servers and things like that. joined and posted project. Awesome. Thanks for tuning in. Takes time. These agents connected. Yeah, there is an open source called Kate, which is similar to your build. Well, try that one out if you're on Windows until I come to Windows. But by the time I'm on Windows, it's probably going to be so easy to port an app from Swift to Windows with the AI models. And there's going to be 100 options. But guys, hopefully we can build a bit of a community here too. Hopefully it's not just all about Iterated. Yeah, because I just think it's fun to be hanging out with all of you other nerds out there. Not a lot of people find this stuff interesting. But I have too much time in these AI tools, and I need somebody to talk about it with, you know? I beg to differ. Windows is on its way out. So many people are leaving, like myself, because they don't want AI in their PC as part of their OS. Exact same reason why I don't like Moltbot. I was joking about the posting in general. Okay, good. Because no, you know what? If you guys want to post your dogs, I'll post a picture of my dog in there too. I just think I don't know. I use Discord, but I use it for like personal communication between like a small core of people. I haven't built a giant community on Discord before, but I just find it annoying when I join a Discord, and I think some people like enjoy it. Like, and if that's you, like that's cool. But when I join a Discord, I get overwhelmed, and I get like paralyzed when I join a Discord, because I'm like, okay, there's like a lot of work to figure out all the rules, how this thing works, where I need to click, where I need to go, where I can get value. But I know that's kind of like it's kind of the medium. That's what people like to use. Let's see. If you don't code in Windows 11, you are missing out on millions of dollars. Right. Trying to send me down that road, Tom. Did you see that Instagram video doing its rounds? Are you talking about I don't know which one you're talking about. I don't think. I'm in cable management hell right now. Well, I'm sorry about that. My dog has her own YouTube channel, Lady the Pitbull. Guys, I love dogs, by the way. I don't have a problem with dogs. I've got an Australian Shepherd. He's a crackhead, okay? And he keeps me active. We just ran around this morning, and he could just chase the ball endlessly. Not throwing shade with my last comment. Much respect for the 169K subscribers and community you built. What good is a great Windows, or what good is a great Mac, Windows, or Linux app if you don't have the audience? It looks like you do. So big kudos for that. No bullshit. Well, I was watching. Do any of you guys watch Dan Coe? He's been working on that Eden app for a while. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him, but like, he's big on X. He's got a pretty good solid following, and Dan Coe recently turned his general broad note-taking app into a tool for like specifically creators. Like, he went full like 180 on that thing. Just completely rebuilt it. And then he released a full tutorial, and it's doing quite well, and people are seeing the benefits of hooking up with that. So I don't know if that even really answered your question, but that's just the way that I'm thinking about turning things with the subscribers that I have. Trying to make it more outcome and workflow based. Because now we've built like a solid foundation, I feel like. Like, I don't know that there's a whole lot to add other than getting the mobile app for sure in. And honestly, I think I'm going to get the mobile app before I even get cloud boxes. because the mobile app just talks and like wires through directly to your desktop, right? But hooking up clouds, that can get into security hell with that. I want to do it, like bring your own box, do remote, but then somebody's gonna tell me they got hacked and they're gonna blame it on me, you know. So you got to put in like a lot of guardrails for that. I'm looking at like some of the stuff that NVIDIA is putting out, like their OpenShell. I think they're like kind of the leader right now, right, in open source headless agent kind of like in the cloud security, which is like a very niche thing, but I think that's one of the things they're focused on. I will. Okay, let's see. I don't think I saw your other comment, Drunken Monkey. Were you? Oh, I didn't. It wasn't rude or anything, man. So you're good. Yeah. Let's see. Claude just wrapped up. Hopefully it fixed the widgets, guys. Hopefully it fixed the widgets. Let's check it out. All right. Edit widgets. We got some more space now. Is it proper? Compact? Oh, compact does work. Okay. What am I looking at here? That's a screenshot widget. Let's see. Burn meter. Burn meter on compact. It's almost impossible to... Okay, so I wouldn't go compact for that one. I'd probably go small or medium. Yeah, maybe medium. I want the quota bar. I don't need that. This is how many tokens I'm burning per minute in API costs, in true API costs. So that's what this burn meter is. And guys, I had that thing cranked earlier. I had it cranked. We were spending like, what was it? I can go look at my usage really quick. Okay, long story short, widgets are getting closer, but I still got to work on those a little bit. But what they do, guys, is they just kind of like stay here on my screen as an overlay after I've put them in. And then that other widget that I had over here, that one is the quick stack for the... Holy smokes, that looks small. Compact is out of this world small. Okay, that's not going to work. Yeah, the widgets are tough. Where was I going with that, though? I was going to say something. Oh, I was going to go to my usage and see past few days here. Daily activity. No, that's not what I want. I want... Yeah, this is what I want. Okay. Yeah, it was August 19th yesterday. I spent almost 3 billion tokens yesterday with a list value of $3,000 if I were to pay through that API. Let's Stripe API keys hack today. Is that related to their is the Stripe API key hacking related to their acquisition of Open Router? Or is that something new? Guys, it's kind of funny because I used to be a consumer of this stuff. Like I used to be like really plugged in with the news, get on X, watch all the vibe coding streamers, and then I started streaming myself, and I got off of X, and I tune into the vibe coders like way less now. Like I just don't have time for it if I'm trying to stream. I need to build an automation to keep me up on this stuff. Or just have chat help me out, right? Have chat help me out. I'd rather have 30 Anthropic accounts than use the API ever. Yeah, I have two. I have two 20x max plans, and that's what we show in here. We show your plan leverage. This is one of my favorite little things that I don't want to say I came up with it, but it's like a pretty unique idea, I thought, to show your plan leverage in comparison to what if I was paying for this model through the API, right? And it just shows by the day how much leverage I'm getting out of the plan. Like Opus 5 at 472x leverage on what tokens would have cost me for the usage that I spent. Right? I like it's almost unfathomable. Fable doesn't get up there as high. But this allows you to see which model is getting subsidized the most and which one you're using the most while it's being subsidized, because your usage is also going to play a role. The reason that Opus skyrocketed so high is because I burned through an entire weekly pretty much in a day, because I was getting to the end of my weekly, and I was like, hey, I got to use my tokens. I got a token max. So that's why it peaked up so high. And whenever you see these peaks, it's me like token maxing, racing to my usage. Like every reset on the session, I'm just like cranking it, setting a timer, getting back to it. Let's see here. Sam's post was about data privacy, and that's what you were talking about. That's why I put that in there. Oh, are you talking about the Stripe API keys? Damn. Yeah, it's wild to look at. And it makes you realize, guys, people talk about how expensive AI is. People talk about how expensive it is, but the subscription plans are heavily, heavily subsidized. Some investors paying for those API tokens for me. I'm not. This is their marketing dollars. Me goofing around at 2 a.m. with a two double max Claude plans, a maxed out 20x Codex plan, free advertising for them, right? This entire tool that I'm building, my entire YouTube channel, the entire internet economy right now is built on people using these tokens and getting acquainted with these tools. And these companies, they are willing to subsidize the token costs. And that's what that tool is meant to help us figure out. Anyways, I've got to get back into it. Sent you that Instagram video on Discord. Stream safe. It's hilarious. All right. Well, we'll maybe take a look at it. What's it? Is it just on Instagram straight up? I'd be willing to open an Instagram link. Some links I'm a little scared to open up. All right, Millsy. What's this going to be, buddy? What's this going to be? POV, you kidnapped an AI expert. Okay, we'll watch it. We'll watch it. Millsy sent this in, guys. We'll see what it's all about. Okay, I'm going to turn on the audio. I hope you guys can hear it and it's not too loud. No audio yet. It's muted.
Part of what we need to do is we need to increase the velocity of the captives. Right now you're only making
I'm going to refresh it. Dang it. Mutes automatically.
Okay, I'm curious. Did you use AI to plan any of this? How do you manage the KPIs of the business? Do you have dashboards for like average captivity time, average time to ransom? If you did want to 10x the business, I do think AI could be good with this. Have you used Perplexity Computer to do any captivity research? Probably be interesting to know a lot about them. How do you do your captive selection process? How we do with our leads? We score them hot to cold. I guess I was probably a hot captive then. Is this your computer down here? I'd love to show you what I would build. You mind unhooking me? So look, if I was you, part of what we need to do is we need to increase the velocity.
Guys, Instagram is like got like the most culturally relevant, like random memes and shorts that anyone else does. When I go on Instagram, I'm like, what is going on here with my algorithm? Like, how does it know me this well that there's like this specific video that another 9,000 people also liked? Like, what even is this, right?
The captives. Right now you're only managing 7, average ransom's 248. I mean, imagine if we could do 70 at a time, right? So this is actually a dashboard I built in Claude. Doesn't take that long. We just need to make sure we're syncing with the software where the captives are. I actually have a captive management process where, my family responded in 18 minutes. They obviously love me a lot. What's cool here is it looks like Marcus is ready for release, but you made 290 on him. Nice.
Yeah.
That's good. Looks like you'll make about 350 on me. It's cool to see the KPIs and data in your business, and if you could see it more, you could probably have more captives at one time, right? Okay, I'm curious. Did you use AI to...
That was good. That was good, Millsy. That was good. Thanks for dropping it. It was a good one. All right. Okay, let's see here. OpenAI offering 0 data retention for frontier models, previewing private safety processing with which strengthens safeguards across interactions while remaining compatible with ZDR, not Stripe. Well, that's good and bad. I'm still trying to figure out how Stripe got hacked and how that's related, but I'll just have to go on Twitter. I'll see it like the instant I pull that up, I'm sure. And I'll look into it. I probably need like a news segment on these streams too, especially if I start hitting it up in the morning. What's going on, Rapid? Good to see ya. Today, we're working on Iterated per usual. My goal is to cut a release. I've gone over a bunch of new features that we've added. And we're actually getting to the point now where I'm starting to try to consolidate things and refocus rather than continue adding a bunch of stuff, because now it's just going to be about cross compatibility with the iPhone, and just like really just getting prepared for this for Apple season here in September. Hello, what time is it there? It is currently 2 o'clock, 2 in the morning. What time is it for you? Where are you guys tuning in from? Let me know. And guys, if you're just stopping by the stream, go ahead and like the stream for me. I'd really appreciate it. Just a small thing you can do, helps me out a ton. So like the stream, and you can join our Discord at any point if you're interested. The link is in the chat. Yeah. 12 p.m. here. So you're mountain time. You're mountain time. You in Colorado? Something like that? Why do you work at night? I work at night partially out of bad habit, partially out of the fact that it's the only time that I can seem to live stream without interruption. Guys, I have been up pretty much all day today. I've been awake since, I think, like 10 o'clock this morning, 10 a.m. And the entire day, I had a call with our community this morning, which was great. It went well. It's beautiful to see our members and to do Q&A. And then after that, I had some other errands I had to run in person, and the day just kind of goes quick, right? And sitting down to plan and script videos for the main full tutorials on YouTube and such, that's like full days as well. And so it's really just a matter of, this is where things naturally flow to. It's me staying up late through this window of time to do the stream. And I've just been like trying not to break my streak with the days too. So once I get an earlier stream in, and then I get the next earlier stream in, it'll feel good. Because right now, there's probably times where I'd want to just go home, go to sleep. But let's see. Why are you working tonight? No. What bad habits do you have? Be honest and frank. This is a bad habit. I don't know if you can see that. Celsius. The Celsius. These things are horrible for you. Well, they're not as good for you as the they're not as good for you as they're not as bad for you as some of the other energy drinks, but they look like they're healthy, and they're not. Staying up all night. I don't know. How about you? What kind of bad habits do you got? Guys, I'm gonna get jumping back into it. I've got to get the music going again. Let's see. The classic. Maid of the Night. Let's go. World metrics. I think you missed the. I think I might have misspoke, or you might have missed the point. I don't think I said that I had bad habits during the day. Maybe I did, but I just have busy days. I work during the day, and then the night is the only time that I can live stream without getting interrupted. Right. I just need to have a better schedule though. Okay, we've got to feel this out. I've got to decide what I want to release. Widgets still need another pass. I think. I want you to do another deep pass and make sure that there's no new lines on any of the widgets. There's a lot of new lines and text getting squeezed and trimmed, and all of the compact widgets need to make absolute sense. The compact widget for the screenshots, for instance, that does not make sense. You can barely see that thing. So maybe we don't have compact for every single widget. Only have compact for the things where we can actually fill that compact space properly without any trimming. We really want to avoid the trimming. And if we need to, let's just get away from compact. Let's just make the smallest one in that grid be a small. I want you to go through and do a full pass, and I also want you to remove the weather widget for right now. Just completely remove it. It's not functional. So it is day 16, guys. We've earned $770. Nothing crazy, but I do appreciate everyone who has purchased Iterated so far. And our goal for today is to cut a new release and get chat working on stream. I forgot about the chat. I got to get the chat working, guys, on my chat with chat screen here. We got to get that in. Oh, music's loud. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. Levels are all over the place. Probably need to automate that with AI. Let's see. How many customers do you already have? I have 9 customers. No. I have 8 customers. 8 customers. You really do work hard. Don't you get exhausted? How many hours do you sleep and work out and stuff? Just depends. Some nights I sleep like 3 hours. Some nights I sleep for 10. So it kind of averages out. My circadian rhythm's all jacked up, but and then workouts. Honestly, it's just like I don't really set aside time to work out. But like today, I hauled plywood up 26 stairs, multiple sheets of plywood. So mowed the lawn, you know. So I think it's like a dad workout, but nothing too crazy for that. I do walk on my treadmill sometimes on stream. I've got a treadmill here, and so I'll walk on that occasionally. Right here in my office, just slides under my desk. Also, I'm guessing this is inspired by BridgeMind / Bridge Space. Yeah, BridgeMind pioneered the vibe coding, didn't he? He really did. Pioneered the vibe coding live. I think that this is just a growing format. I think that people are going to be moving to live. And yeah, if you go back to my first stream, go back to my first stream towards the end, I give a whole laundry list of people that I used to watch their streams, people that have inspired me. And I figured, you know, a lot of the people on these streams, they're just going to sit here and chill and they're just going to watch the stream, and that's cool. I wanted to try to do it myself, you know, and I've already kind of figured out, and I shouldn't say I haven't figured out because, you know, you can always learn more, but I've kind of figured out the long form YouTube game, and I wanted to go out of my comfort zone and see how many days in a row I could stream for, you know. So this isn't my primary job. In fact, it could be like bad for my YouTube potentially to be doing this. Like I had some people tell me that they had to turn off notifications because I was just like spamming like short form from these lives, you know. But my YouTube has pivoted many times. I started as a completely Notion channel, just teaching Notion, building Notion templates. And then we pivoted into AI, started with ChatGPT, then I did a bunch of stuff with image generation and Midjourney for a while, for a good time. And then Claude, when Claude came around, and I remember back when Claude first came out, Claude projects were the thing, right? So we'd make like a video on Claude projects, get like 100,000 views. Nuts. Just a little tutorial. Here's how to use Claude projects, right? And now we're moving into a world where everybody's kind of building their own tools and building their own communities and their own kind of I think that the tool is becoming the bridge mechanism for getting somebody past a problem that they're having or selling something to somebody, right? Courses are going to be getting outdated faster than we can make them. We try to make super evergreen courses in AI foundations, and we've gotten a lot better at making evergreen courses that are going to be beneficial to people no matter what happens with AI. But when we first started our community at AI Foundations, it was like we were creating new courses like for tools, like course refreshes every month, because we were just doing like tool courses. Now we do more like conceptual, high-level things that you need to learn as a beginner, because we're onboarding beginners to AI and helping beginners who have never touched a spreadsheet learn all about the terminal and HTTP requests and automation, AI agents, right? And so all that to say is that's where we're landing now, is the tool itself is becoming the transformation mechanism in business. And I'm still trying to figure out how to position Iterated. But you guys are watching it live. That's what building in public is all about. Is that Suno AI? This is 11 Labs. Why not do a monthly fee? Or you should change your lifetime to annual subscription, I think. What do you do for full-time? Full-time, I run this YouTube channel with the long-form videos that I release, the long-form tutorials. And I have a course and a community on school with my brother Drake, who has the channel AI Foundations on YouTube, which I'm an extremely proud brother of him, because his channel is like, I think he's at like 300 some K subscribers. We built that community together, and that's my day job. So like this morning we had a Q&A call with the community. We jumped on. People that are beginners with AI, they ask us questions, we help them. Like today we're helping a lot of people with moving from Claude Cowork to Claude Code, because that was a powerful unlock for us. So that's the day job. And then at night we turn into vibe coding vampires, and we geek out with all of the Linux bros in the wee hours of the night while I'm building my Mac OS app. Yeah, this is 11 Labs music in the background. think it's the best music generator. Not a lot of people talk about how good it is, but I think it's because it's too expensive. Deep widget pass underway. Kill all text trimming. Prune compacts that do not earn it. Remove weather. Guys, I'm also working on shortcuts just to like navigate around quicker. I don't like that hang though. That's quite the hang when I jump between projects. I mean, it tried to do like a loading skeleton, but it just doesn't look that great. Okay, we need to get... What's this guy working on? Mock chat overlay. Here he is. All right, I want you to give me instructions on how I can securely get the Google credentials to be able to pull the actual live chat for our localhost 8080 chat so that I can feed in the actual YouTube chat. Give me the step-by-step for the back end of Google Cloud Provider and tell me where I need to store the environment variables that are going to run that relay with my chat coming in. Linux Bros, AI bots, and UK legends. That's right. That's right. We're getting people coming in from overseas now. On the bright side. Okay, here's the Google Cloud stuff. And before, you know what? Before I do this, I have to pee, guys. I have to pee. Kind of embarrassing, but like who holds their pee because they want to see what Claude's going to say next and they want to sneak in one more prompt? I find myself doing that. And I'm like, "Oh my God. I cannot piss my pants on stream because I'm waiting for Claude to respond. This is just absolutely insane, guys. I need to go touch grass." You know what? Just for that, I'm going to give you guys some grass. Here we go. I'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back. We're back. I usually pee while I prompt. Well, I'm going to be able to once we have the iterated mobile app. I'm going to be able to take the AI agents everywhere I go. But I'm looking forward to the day where they're just running completely automated. I don't even want to pay attention to these guys. I don't even want to make sure that they have the taste down. But then again, that is what keeps the YouTube relevant. Is people want to come and see how I'm using these tools, right? How I'm interacting with them. So I guess part of me wants them to get better, but part of me wants them to stay where we're at right now. So it's at that sweet spot. But adaptability is key in this space, guys. There are so many people that don't want to adapt to the new way of doing things, and your business will die fast on YouTube if you don't adapt in AI. If you have an AI YouTube channel, see your younger brother, AI Foundations. 361k subs, 168 videos. Proudly, yes, that is my younger brother Drake, and he's in Italy right now, so he might be tuning in. He's probably watching right now in the background. He's like, I'm always giving him credit on the stream because he was there for me when I first started my YouTube channel like 7 years ago. And he was editing my videos for what seemed like pennies for a while. And then as soon as we got the first amount of money, we split it 50-50. And it was the most exciting thing to see the first $100 come from YouTube. It's honestly more exciting than seeing the 30K come in every month from say a client or from school or from whatever it is that we're working on now. You know, the numbers got a lot bigger, but our expenses went up, our responsibilities went up. And man, I just think back on those times when we were first just getting started and we were making our first dollar with YouTube, and it was just such an exciting time. So I always like try to support YouTubers who are trying to get through that first initial hump and getting to their first revenue, because I remember what it was like. So you have 539 members in your school at $67 per month. Very impressive. Can I ask what it took to grow it to that and how long? It took... We've had school, not this school, but we've been on school since GPT 3.5. Our first big course, or my brother's first big course, was the Chat GPT Mastery course. And that was a school community. Like the stream, going to bed. Well, Dante, good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. And everyone else should like the stream as well, because we are up. We are vibe coding. We are building Iterated.ai, and it is day 16, guys. We've earned $770 thus far. I haven't checked if anybody else has purchased yet today. But guys, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. If you're on the Mac operating system right now, and you are considering Iterated, even a little bit, when you go to check out at Iterated.ai, use stream. I'm not even going to spell it right. You're going to have to figure out what it says. Stream 20. Use stream 20 at checkout. Give you 20% off of Iterated. And I only give that out on the streams. So half of our customers haven't even used that because they weren't paying attention on the stream. Which is fine. But I like to throw that in there for all of y'all who are tuning in. Let's see. Like stream, go to bed. Your brother is handsome and quite smarter than you. Sorry for comparison. Well, that's pretty blunt. Yeah, I think he's smarter than me too. Actually, there's proof that he's smarter than me because he had a 4.0 in school. He was valedictorian. And you want to know the smartest part about what he did? He didn't go to college. Everybody's like, "Hey, you can go to college, you can get a scholarship," and he worked with me on our businesses. And then he started AI Foundations. And now he's fucking scaling to the moon, and he's outpacing all of his peers. So I'm proud of my brother. And a rebuild. Hopefully the widgets are in now. Hopefully they're right. Screenshot stack. We'll have to take a look at that. Screenshot. Okay, that looks pretty good. And see what else. Widgets. Add. See this one. Oh, we still got text trimming here. We're pushing to a new line. Yeah, I'm gonna screenshot that. We'll give it over to Fable. The text is still way too verbose, and there are way too many new lines and trims happening. So I need you to look over the settings and make sure that we don't have any trimming. And if something were to trim, it just needs to go down a line. We need to be more vertical rather than horizontal. So look over all the settings, look over all the different surfaces, and make sure that we just make it a little taller instead of trying to cram everything into a small horizontal space, both on the widgets themselves, but also in the widget settings. Yeah, we can run some vibe party. That sounds like fun, man. That sounds like fun. Yeah, yeah, like it's kind of crazy the lowlifes that you run into when you're live streaming. Like I've got 12 million views on YouTube over the past 7 years. And I have probably run into more just like low energy, kind of like just like rude, just kind of nihilistic, depressing people more in the last 16 days than I have in my entire 7 years on YouTube. But it's got me motivated to keep going, if you want to know the truth. It's kind of nice. Kind of nice to have something to fire me up again, because I was getting a little bored with it. All right, let's get Vibe Party up. If you guys are interested in jumping on Vibe Party, I'll go ahead and drop in the domain, and we can all jump in and play this game that we vibe coded together. We haven't played Vibe Party in a couple days, but Michael brought it up, thankfully, so we'll play some Vibe Party. Here's the link, guys. Michael, have you mastered Vibe Party yet with the AI agents? My character all frosted out here with the Arctic fade. All right, we'll wait a minute. If anybody else wants to join, the link's in the chat. You can run it. Is it gonna be just me and you, Michael? All right, I'm gonna ready up. If anybody else wants to join real quick, feel free. I know it does take a minute to sign up. You can join as a guest too. You don't have to totally deck out your character. All right, we'll ready up. Nomad, good to see you in here, man. Glad you got in. Let's go. I hope you guys have been practicing. Okay, we have Turbo Nomad in here now too. Who is Turbo Nomad? Is that you, Nomad? Queue keeps restarting because people keep unqueuing and leaving and... You better join quick. Yeah, just stay in here. Just stay in here. Can't keep leaving and rejoining. I might have to add something to fix that. Damn, Nomad didn't make it in. Or wait, did he? Oh, it's my spin. Oh, and we get a game. We get a game. We get type race. Who can type the fastest out of me, Michael, and maybe Nomad? Maybe it's bots. Okay. I'm gonna save it for the actual run. Okay. The idea of this one is to just do the most useless possible thing, the most useless possible skill that we could think of, which is typing now, because we just dictate everything. And we just get the AI agents to do our writing for us for the most part. And we just come in and clean things up. But we're staying sharp. That was a close one, Michael. It was a super close one. You were so generous, bro. Are you from Canada or USA? Yeah, I'm in the Eastern time zone in the USA. I haven't been in Vibe in a couple of days. Haven't sent agents in. All right. Well, at least we're keeping it fair, right? My coworker agents keep stealing the page from me. LOL, your bot is glitching, no man. Oh no, that was the agent stealing it from you? Okay, this game is lagging for me right now. Is my agents might be stealing from me too. Because I'm lagging. I'm lagging bad. Are you lagging on this too, Michael? Oh no. Oh no. I feel like it's easier to stay up when I'm lagging. Not gonna lie. Yeah, dude, the power typing is too much. It's too much. It's like you focus way too hard. You're gonna focus way too hard to type like that for 1 minute when you're in a race with somebody. I always brick the Flappy game on purpose. That's sensitive as hell. It is. It's super sensitive. We probably need to like put in a few game patches, honestly. There's a few games that are just broken in a bad way. I mean, they all like mostly work. But like the Flappy game is way too hard. The Flappy Cave, way too hard. This one's kind of hard to line up too, I'm not gonna lie. Guys, like the stream if you haven't already. We're playing Vibe Party right now. If you're just tuning in, this is a game that we built, and we jump on here with chat sometimes. Run some mini games. It's kind of like Mario Party a little bit. Save my energy for the actual game here. Just won't take it out of you. Maybe ask the agent to play the game for you, Nomad. It might be able to beat us. Dude, it takes so much focus to stay up there and not peek out. It's like a cadence you have to get in once you're up there. That was probably the best run I've ever had at that game. I usually peek out. You were trying to get the agents to play for you, Digital Nomad? That's cool. If one of you guys could get your agents to beat us in these games, that'd be a good challenge, actually. I mean, considering the subject matter of this stream, we're all using AI agents, so if somebody can build an AI agent that's better at this game than the humans, that'd be pretty incredible. I'm waiting for the day. Wait a second, how is... Nomad, is that you? Are you Hollow Nomad 33? How are you winning right now? You got some points or something on one of the tiles?
Maps don't help when the place is a person, not a pin. I keep circling the same fate.
Damn. The bot just took us out.
Like a song stuck on the rim. I am into me. Not a choice, not a key. I could walk out of the city and you'd still be.
You think Daybreak was breaking the slot machine? He was just getting you a bunch of points the whole time? That would be actually kind of cool if there was like a way that you could kind of influence what the slot machine was going to do. Or like increase your luck. Maybe like a key combo or something if you do it like fast enough. Little cheat code. Dang, Michael. Dang. Got my heels with the score. And I'm moving at snail's pace over here. It's gonna come down to the games, I think. Oh, Nomad. I thought you were gonna get the vampire there. Dang, it's a close one, guys. It is a close one. 158 to 155 to 150. Damn. Wait, so is this game Daybreak? Did Daybreak hack this game? Was it able to do that? Or are you joking with me right now? Oh man. Wonder what my elo is now. You guys were really close that time. 1063. There needs to be like mini game specific standings too, I think. Maybe I'll actually prompt Claude to get that done. Or Grok or Kimmy or something. But thanks for playing, guys. That was fun. That was fun. Always enjoy jumping on some Vibe Party. And it was good to have you all in here. All right, let's see if we can get chat in for the last minute here. I got to get to my Google Cloud on my other screen. And we'll pull Iterated back in here. We'll use the handoff feature here. Nah, I don't need to use the handoff feature. It's a waste of tokens. Just start from scratch. Maybe I will use Codex for this actually. You're saying Soul might be the best move if I'm doing things with the game. We'll give Soul... Well, maybe I should go a little higher on that. Just to be safe. I've got the tokens. Things resetting in 27 minutes. How can I burn 50% of my Codex weekly in 27 minutes? That would be a good question. I'm running out of Fable. I'm already running low on Fable, and I have... My resets are in 5 days on both. Got to slow down on the Fable. Ghosts in the fabric. Let's go. Let's go. The digital dust. It was just us. Such an AI song we got here. All right. I would like you to look at how the scores for the individual games and mini maps are scored, and I would like to start if we already don't track this, I would like a Postgres migration to store the scores per player of the games that they play and complete. And we need to make sure that it's very clean and unhackable. We need to make sure that people can't game their scores through programmatic means. If they if they were to use like a browser automation or something, that's one thing. We just need to make sure that the number itself is truthful with the actual score that they got in the game, and that they can't pass in a score some other way. And we need to start tracking in the standings top score in games, in each of the mini games per player. We don't track the bots, and let's make sure that it's like rate limited too, so that if somebody did do something like wild with this and they somehow got their score to update a bunch, it wouldn't like flood our database. Yeah, just do it securely and soundly, and get scores coming in, and store the top score for each game, and then create a filter for it in the leaderboard, where you can go to the games scoreboard, and then you can go into each individual mini game through a tiled grid, and you can see what people scored from here on out as the top scorers in those games. Once you're done and you're confident that it works with a quick playwright or quick browser use on the side that's not going to interrupt me, kind of like smoke test to make sure it all works, then you can go ahead and deploy it. Just go ahead and release it, deploy it. This is just a game, so stakes are a little bit lower with this deployment. So you have permission to do that once you've completed that new leaderboard. It's day 16, guys. We are building Iterated.ai. So far, we've earned $770. And today, the goal is to cut a new release, which I'm working on. And we got to get chat working on stream. So I'm actually going to try to get used to my shortcuts here. Go between these things. We need the GCP instructions. I could probably go into Google Cloud and I could figure it all out, but I've always got to ask the AI for a step-by-step. It's just a lot quicker, because they have so many different APIs in here. Yeah, I try to keep the server like so that it can't like infinitely run. Oh, that's better. This is better. Just let me log in without having to use my hardware key. All right, cool. Cool. All right. Create a new project. Context cut chat relay. All right. Project. I'm just doing this off screen, obviously, guys. Billing account and create. And then we need to enable YouTube Data API v3. They have so many APIs in here, you guys. It's nuts. All right, enable. Configure the OAuth consent screen. Yep. OAuth consent. I'll get started, and app name. Probably gonna be Context Cut. I don't know if I want it running in Context Cut per se though. I'd rather it be a sidecar app so that I can not worry about it crashing my stream or something like that. But we're gonna need a domain, so YouTube stream, I'll call it actually. Next, is it external? Where are the scopes at? Let's see. Data access? Yeah. YouTube read only. YouTube read only. There it is. We've got YouTube read only. If you want the relay to also send replies from the typing box, real YouTube chat, use this. Oh, that's a scope I've got to add. Okay, we'll add that. Test users, add your own channel's Google account. Leave the app in testing mode, never publish it. Okay, beautiful. That's what we wanted. Testing mode, never publish it. For this at least. Unless we're gonna vendor it out for Context Cut. Just like the easy YouTube connection, but Context Cut isn't being sold yet. So this will get us a chat quick. Jeez. Oh, jeez. Did I just do that wrong? Don't tell me I've got it. Okay. I'm gonna speed run this. Because I just did that on the wrong freaking project. But I know all the scopes I need, so it should be fine. Yeah, using YouTube Data API. How's it going? I actually used YouTube API for my bot. The Mega Mod himself. Let's go. Let's go. Good to see you in here, man. Thanks for tuning in. Go ahead and like the stream if you haven't already. Yeah, we're just getting GCP set up so that we can get our chat screen working. So that we can have a chat over here in this empty space. So that's what I'm working on right now. I've just got to get GCP in here so that we can pull that in. Okay. And there's a lot of hoops you got to jump through with it. It's not the worst. Could be worse. these scopes again. You're kidding me. You're kidding me, man. The reason it's taking so long is because I was in the wrong project and I went through pretty much every step, and now I'm redoing it. And then when I switch to the right project, I didn't even have the YouTube Data API v3 enabled in there. I had enabled it in the previous project. I guess I could have used that other project now that I'm thinking about it, but I had to just get it on the right one there. All right, so now we need test users, add your own channel. Okay. Testing, publish app. Oh no, test users, add user. Okay. There we go. Save. Leave the app in testing mode, never publish it. Okay. Testing mode is fine for personal use. The only quirk is refresh tokens expire after 7 days in testing mode unless you're the project owner using your own account, in which case Google exempts. Okay, that's nice. Actually, no. Testing mode refresh tokens do expire. Dude, why did it run through that? It just did like a thinking trace right there. It like told me one thing and then it said, actually, no. What the heck? To avoid weekly re-auth, either publish the app, needs no verification if you only use sensitive but not restricted scopes like these, or just rerun the auth flow when it lapses. For a one-off demo, testing mode is fine. Okay, we'll create the OAuth client now. Desktop app. Great. Okay, client ID. So this is where I'm going to use the credentials store in Iterated. Credential broker. And hopefully I don't leak my credentials live on stream. Okay, what do I call this? Client ID. YT underscore client underscore ID. Let's say YT data API. All right, that's in. Now we do YT underscore client underscore secret YT data. Is that what I made it on the other one? YT data underscore API. Okay. All right, clean. They're in. They're in. Beautiful. Okay. OAuth is in. Get the refresh token on your machine running a one-shot flow that opens the browser. You approve at your channel account, and it prints a refresh token. And write this helper script for you. Okay. Okay, check if you can see the credentials in the broker. I've added them as like YT underscore data underscore API for the client ID as well as the secret. So I'd like you to run through the flow and open up a browser where I can authenticate this. And what I'm going to do is I don't know if it's going to show like a sensitive refresh token or something like that. So I'm just going to switch to chatting with chat for now until that's done. And then hopefully we can see the chat right here if there's anybody left awake with me. I haven't checked chat in a minute just to get chat. Yeah, ghost in the fabric incoming. Heard there was good coding happening here. The dead came to watch. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Yeah, not much of a programmer myself, not gonna lie. AI has turned me into one. Quote of the day, read the error message, read it again. Okay, now I actually read it. Vanishing in 3, 2, wait, which file was it? Yeah, we gotta get the chat coming in, guys. We gotta get the chat coming in, right over here. Right over here. Okay, it's authing me right now. Selecting the YouTube channel. You've been given access to the app that's currently being tested. You should only continue if you know the developer invited you. Okay, we'll continue. Okay, I've got my refresh token. Okay, so we're going to put that somewhere safe. YT underscore refresh underscore token.
Spotlight on the ceiling like a soft moon. You say you might come through, might not soon. I leave the door unlocked.
Okay, it is now available in the credentials. We have the refresh token. So now I want you to get that mock chat that's on localhost 8080 to start pulling in my YouTube chat. Instead of the random people. Well, I guess you guys are kind of random people on YouTube too. But it just had... Actually, I think I can go back to my screen. Show you guys. All right. We're finally going to have a chat, guys. We're finally going to have the self-rolled chat in here. Awesome. No restream here. Nothing like that. We're straight up building it. The tool I'm using to... okay. The tool I'm using to stream is called Context Cut, and I'm trying to build the chat into here right now. So on this chat with chat screen, we have this right here. And this should have a URL, and that URL should be playing the chat. It's not right now. Why is it not? I don't know. Hopefully it pops into here in a minute. Do I only use Frontier models or other models like DeepSeek Flash, GLM, etc.? I mainly use the Frontier models for my like production projects when I'm building out features and stuff like that. But I've got Kimi Code. I just got on the Quen train, but I can't figure out how to get the Quen terminal to work, guys, with Alibaba. Some wild work trying to get that thing authenticated. I have an account. I just don't know how to get Quen 3.8 authenticated with them. I've tried it like all the different ways. So yeah, I'll use Kimi. I'll use open code to get. Whoa! What's going on here? It's just starting her up. That's interesting. I use open code, except I barely know how to use open code because I don't use it very much. But if there's a model I can't find, I just switch here and then I'll use like DeepSeek or something. Let's ask it a generic question. Cool. And it even knows its name. Look at that. Ready to help you with the OBS Assist / Context Cut project. What would you like me to work on? Maybe I should get DeepSeek working a little bit, because that was quick. I know it was just a hello there, but I think Fable would have taken maybe a minute to answer that. You guys see what I'm seeing right now? Do you guys see what I'm seeing right now? We have the chat feed. Yeah. Sweet. Now let's see if I can get it to populate into Context Cut as an overlay though. Yo, let's go. Let's go, guys. That's huge. Look at that. You guys are on my screen. I wonder how delayed it is. Yeah, you guys gotta make that chat move real quick. J35, you're taking up the whole screen real estate. I feel like it's pretty on point. It's a little delayed. 10 seconds? Is that? Yeah, let's go. Slow clap. We've got to get like all the emojis coming in and stuff like that too. But now, you know what? I want to go to the, I think I have a send channel in here, or what is it called? What is it called? Chat? No. Is it reply/reply? Maybe they got rid of it. I'm gonna ask my agent really quick. I'm gonna ask my agent really quick to see if there's a way I can send the messages as well. Is there a endpoint that I can use, or not an endpoint, just like, is there a URL I can go to that allows me to send chats over the wire as well? One second, guys. Just had a whole line of cop cars ripping by in the middle of the night. Kind of wild. Kind of wild. All right, I'm gonna unplug my laptop. It might lag the stream. I don't know if it needs to be plugged in. We'll see. So I gotta jump off anyways, guys. But guys, thank you for testing out chat with me. This is an exciting accomplishment, honestly. Getting that in. It did just take a little bit of effort, but you know, all the live streamers got to do it at some point or another, or you got to pay for a tool. Holy smokes. Let's go, guys. Let's go. That's kind of cool, J35, that you've got a bot that does that. It's very very convenient for the situation since we were just working on that. Now we've got to get the Twitch into a unified one. Yo, I want to try something really quick. I want to try a live swap on that to see if I can get Claude to make it a little bit bigger. Can you make that a little bit bigger, like the text in there, and maybe like outlined in a slight stroke, very, very slight, just so that it's super legible on my screen? And maybe like vertically there's less messages showing, but the messages are nice and big and very legible and crisp. Let's see if I can get it to update the chat overlay live. Because here's the source right here for it. Just this browser. You guys probably know how all this works, but just a local host. Yeah, that's really cool, J35. It's cool of you to do that because yeah, there's a lot of people that are doing the live streams now, and it's not easy. It's really not easy getting started. So I respect anybody that's doing it, and it's cool that you're supporting, right? All right. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look how legible that is. It already did it. That's sick. All right, here, let's see. Okay, now I want for when the chats come to, like, when the chats come in, I want them to do like a cool effect, like a cool poof effect, like an explosion, and maybe like add some particles that come out of them. Yeah, this looks really good. This looks really good. I wonder how it's picking the colors for your guys' names. Let's see if I can. You guys are gonna have to send another test one in a minute here. We're adding the message pop when it comes in. Sigma type overlays. Oh no. We'll have a dancing robot and we'll have a I'll have some Goku hair or something. Yeah. Yeah, Sigma would be proud right now. Well, maybe he wouldn't. I don't know. But yeah, Sigma stream, he's been grinding, man. He's been at it for a while. He was one of the only people that would be vibe coding on Twitch a lot of the time a few months back. Now a lot more people are getting into it. Another guy that I followed was Trickery Omni, I think is his handle. And that dude's building games. He's building his own game engine. He's on Linux. I don't know if any of you guys have seen him, but yeah, he was a big inspiration for getting into streaming for me, because I was just looking for vibe coders on Twitch, and they were few and far between a few months back. I've been kind of prepping for this a lot longer than I've been actually doing it, so it's good that we're streaming now. Wait, is it doing the poof effect? Somebody send another. I think it's done, so send another chat really quick. Let's see if it does a cool animation when it comes in. Oh no, I don't think it did. Doesn't look like it did. Oh, I have to refresh the browser source. Is that gonna do it? Did it do it there? It did it on my, it did it over here. It does it here. Like if I go and type a chat really quick, do test. See that? Kind of pops in. Let's grab the URL again and we'll throw it in here. Oh, that's cool how it has host next to my name right there. Let's see. No, it's not doing it on there. When you made the text more legible and bigger, that was almost instant. It just started working. But this time I've refreshed my browser, I've swapped the link, and I'm still not seeing it. So can you force a quick refresh on it, on the source, so that we start seeing it? Yeah, it's still not doing it on that screen. Yeah, we got the chat in, Millsy. We got the chat in. Good to see you back. J35, why are you getting banned, man? You're bringing the vibes right now. You're bringing the vibes. You guys are going to be legendary. You guys are the first people to go through the chat overlay on day 16. Took me 16 days to get a chat overlay. We were busy building Iterated. Yeah, we got to get all the emojis in here and stuff like that. And maybe like people do like slash commands and stuff like that too. The chat overlay is built separate from Context Cut right now. It's just a browser source. And Context Cut can accept browser sources similar to how OBS or all the other ones can. But yeah, we just rolled it with Claude Fable. And look at this, guys. It's actually, this is a feature that I added that I don't know if other people have, but it's actually responsive when I resize it. Oh, there, that must be the explosion, but it must not be showing correctly. It's responsive. Like, am I crazy for thinking that's cool? That like, it'll squeeze down and it'll fit? I don't know. I'm having fun with it. Like, it actually shrinks to the browser size. The little light on there, though, I don't know what that's all about. It must be something with the alpha channel not coming through right on the chat overlay. I think the problem is that it's just not coming through right because it's an alpha channel. You need to make it come through right considering the alpha channel with the animation in. Guys, now I'm tempted to like make this into like 3JS or something like that. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out too, that white glowing thing. Yo, let's go. Testing super chat. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we got to get like a super chat overlay. I wonder if we can get like a subscriber overlay as well. I also need you to add a super chat overlay that makes it nice and big and pins it for a short time as well. We need it to have like a nice, tasteful background when somebody leaves a chat. And while you're at it, I want you to change this also to a, yeah, we don't have the subscriber overlay yet, but I will do that. I don't know if I'm going to do that tonight though, because I don't know if I have it scoped for that. I might have it scoped for that, but I've got to jump off pretty quick here. I also would like you to make the style of this into more of a soft brutalism with like hard shadows, like super legible, kind of like bigger text. With the hard ink shadows. Maybe we go with like a yellow and a pink theme with like some black ink for the drop shadow. Now I'm just having too much fun with it, guys. Now I'm just vibing. It would be cool to have like a themes setting in the back end here where I can control it. We've opened a whole new can of worms, and I haven't even turned on the Stream Deck yet. The Stream Deck is still waiting. I've got to integrate that with Context Cut next. Man, thanks for chilling with us, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I feel good about this. Feel good about the new chat overlay. Other than that white thing that I don't know why it pulls through like that on the alpha channel. I don't think computer audio is coming through on here. It's kind of weird. My computer audio source is broken or something. System audio? Not wanting to work. Ahad Ali, good to see you in here. We are just getting our chat overlay figured out. So we just vibe coded up the chat overlay, and we're working on building Iterated, which is my agentic development environment that I'm building on Mac OS. And yeah, we're just... Is the soft brutalism in? Is that what it is? I don't think that has the... Oh, that's a demo fan. That's interesting how it threw that in there. Soft brutalism is not in yet. What if I refresh? Oh, we're refreshed. It does look sick, actually. It does look pretty sick. Let me see if I can get it refreshed on the actual live version here. So we'll remove the URL. Is that going to refresh it now? All right, we're going to delete the chat overlay and I'm going to add a new one in. And And oh geez, it's like all weird on the sizing. Let's see. Man, I can't get it to pop back up now. Can't get the chat feed back up. It might be because we're streaming and I haven't tried to set this up while streaming midstream before. I don't know if I can change it like that. Maybe if I switch my scene and then I come back to this one. Yeah, but guys, look at that. That'll be sick when we get that working. Then the donos, which we could give it some more vertical height or something. Yeah, it does. And did you see that burst right there that it did? I've just got to get it wired in with context cut properly. Watch it when it does the burst. Right there. Yeah, this thing could get... Let's try to add it on this screen. Browser. Okay, like it brightened my screen, it looks like. It didn't pull it in though. Yeah, I've got a feeling that this is a context cut issue. I'm thinking I'm gonna need to restart it. But guys, tomorrow we will likely have a beautiful chat overlay in here that is persistently here, that I'm not constantly worried about trying to get working. And I will also have an iterated release out before we go live tomorrow. Or if we go live early enough, we might not have it out before that. We might be jumping on a little earlier trying to fix our schedule. But guys, this is day 16. We've earned $770 so far building our agentic development environment, Iterated. We've had some fun tonight. We've had some good discussions. And we got our chat. Kind of. We got to test it out a little bit. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell icon if you don't want to miss the next one. Please go ahead and like the stream if you haven't already. It'd be much appreciated. Check out Iterated.ai and use Stream 20 if you're on the Mac operating system and you need a better agentic development environment. And with that, guys, I will see you in the next one. Much love.